so I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 scariest moments in Judy Chapter 1 and Judy Chapter 2. These top 5 scariest moments are moments that have actually gotten me pretty good when I first played the game, and sometimes they still do get me like pretty good. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Judy is kind of scary, not gonna lie. But yeah, so I'm going to be showing you guys this, and I think we'll just get straight into this. Okay, so in 5th place, we have Ceiling Judy. So the thing about Ceiling Judy is the fact that you don't expect to get jump scared right as you turn the hallway. Like for a split second, you don't actually get jump scared, but as soon as you like walk 3 steps inside that hallway, you end up getting jump scared. And as you can see from here, if you actually look up, you can actually see Judy hanging from the ceiling, looking down at you. Like, honestly though, it actually is kind of scary, not gonna lie, just looking up and then seeing just Judy, or whatever the heck you want to call that thing, on the ceiling. There is no way you guys didn't like jump back in your seat when this jump scare happened. Like, dude, you're straight up capping if you didn't. It's cap. Next up is Vent Judy. Not gonna lie, this one actually caught me off guard a little bit because I went one way in the vent and all of a sudden you just get jump scared by some like Spider Judy. Yeah, I think that's Spider Judy. Like, Spider Judy is probably the scariest thing in the game right now. Like, I'm actually kind of hoping he brings it back in Chapter 3. Just because of how cool it was. Anyway, yeah, this one definitely did catch me off guard, and if you guys went that way, then it probably got you too. You probably weren't expecting that, and you probably did jump back in your seat when it did occur. Spider Judy's scary, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Next up in line would be Crawling Judy. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. Crawling Judy is probably one of the scariest things in the game right now. I mean, you literally have Judy crawling on the ground, not to mention the fact that it is dark around that entire, like, eating area, dining area, whatever the heck you want to call it. I have no idea what that place is called, but yeah, I mean, you literally can't see her coming up to you. I mean, I wouldn't really call the jump scare that scary because you can kind of expect that. I mean, unless you're just like sitting there in the dark, but other than that, you cannot see her at all because of how dark it is. Not to mention the crawling sound effect. I mean, that's scary enough, just not being able to know where she is. And you just hear that, like, I don't even know, dude, but that itself is scary enough. I mean, just Judy crawling is scary enough on its own, which is why it's on the top 3rd, but you guys might understand why I had to put it in this place, just because the other 2 are definitely pretty scary, not gonna lie. Alright, the second one on my list is Rusty Judy. I actually don't know what she is. She just looks rusty, so I'm just calling her that. Anyway, the jump scare of Rusty Judy actually got me, like, I don't even know, probably the best out of all of them, just because it was so loud. Like, I had my volume on, like, all the way up. It didn't help the fact that the sound effect was, like, super loud, so even though I had my Roblox volume on, like, the lowest it could be, it was still super loud. But I'm not complaining though, it got me pretty good, and whenever a jump scare gets me pretty good, you know the game is pretty good too. So yeah, Noah definitely did pretty well on that job right there. So the last one would be Spider Judy. I mean, I hate spiders, so that may be one of the reasons why it's in 1st place. But the main reason is because of how loud the sound effects for the walking animation is. I mean, just hearing that one's kind of like... I mean, when you first open up the door for her, she's like hanging from the ceiling, sort of like how Spider-Man would. So yeah, and then as soon as he pops down, that loud sound effect that happens kind of makes you jump back. I'm gonna be completely honest here. When I opened that door for Spider Judy, I kind of just ran around the whole place and then kind of just hid in one spot for like 10 minutes straight. So I don't know what you guys did, but that's pretty much what I did in my round. Okay, so I do have a couple notable mentions that I should say. One of them is when you first get that lighter and then you go to the place where the like oil is on the ground. There is a loud sound effect, and that has gotten me like quite a bit of times. Like it just keeps getting me over and over again. And then we have the part where you're just in that cave trying to like switch all the switches. So yeah, so I can just put them on screen right now. So yeah, that should wrap it up for the top 5 scariest moments in Roblox Judy, at least from what I think are. Maybe you guys have some other moments that were scarier than these, so be sure to say that in the comments below, because I will actually be reading those, because I think it's quite interesting to see what other people think are more scarier than others. So yeah, I think that should be about it for this one, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one.